In this video, we're going to be talking about Philippine visa updates, a lot of new information. We're going to be interviewing JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. He's got an office in Cebu City, his main office, across from Ayala Mall. He's got an office in Manila. Some things need to be done in Manila, and he's got an office in Dumaguete, very near the same office area as the Philippine Immigration Office there. He also now offers passport services. He renewed my passport, went very smoothly, so we'll get into that. He's been a real estate agent, a broker for over 10 years, so we'll get into those services as well. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to the Philippines. We're here in JR with JR and JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. And some of you know him, many of you have used his services before. He has a full range of visa services, extensions, and can get you all the different types of visas. Anyway, he also has a real estate side that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But first, he has some extra additional services on the visa side and the passport side, and I'm going to let him tell you about those things. So take it away, JR.
Yeah. Rod, hi. It's been good to see you, and it's been a while. So yeah, this is JR again, and how are you? How are you guys? And we just wanted to share to you some new services that we're actually offering right now. So one is the U.S. passport renewal. So our team is already capable of doing that on your behalf, so that it will actually save you a lot of hassle in doing the renewals by yourself. Of course, you can still do it by yourself. So that is something that we can offer as well. So that can work in several ways, because if you wanted to really spend a very valuable time in the Philippines because you have relocated here and you have a perception that you would like to live in the Philippines, that can be an option that you can actually take your route. So our Cebu, Dumaguete, and Manila team is capable of doing that already, and we have done success stories already about that. So also there's also another one. For those people who are applying for the SRV or the retirement visa, one of the challenges is if they have not prepared yet for the paperwork that comes from the US. So one of the requirements of the retirement visa is a police check from your country of origin. So if you're from the US, so FBI would be one of your requirement. So we can also help you obtain that while you are here in the Philippines. So that is something that we can actually be of help to you, so that you don't need to go back to the US. And in connection with that, there's another requirement that you need to also fulfill, because the FBI clearance is actually a foreign document. So once it will be a foreign document, it should be apostilled or authenticated before it is a red ribbon. So you need to go to the Philippine embassy nearest you. I don't know how close or far is that, depending on which state are you in. So it has been simplified right now. Just a brief overview. It is a apostille Hague Convention. This is a group of countries that agreed together to make it more simple to the process itself, so that it will be much more convenient for you to comply. So once this FBI clearance will be authenticated, which is what we call apostille, so we can also help you with that once you're here in the Philippines. So that's a complete turnaround and compliance with this one requirement from the retirement visa. And of course, another document that you need to supply with the retirement office would be the proof of pension. That is also a foreign document. So once you have that here, so before it will be acceptable to the retirement office, it should be apostilled as well. So we can also help you with that. Again, even if it's new to us, we have done already several success stories out of it. So that is something that you can actually look forward to. So if you need some help with that, so we're ready to help you. And please feel free to reach out to us if you need one.
Cool. Yeah, that was a big issue. I've had many people ask me in the comments, do I have to get the FBI, or is local police okay? All that kind of thing. So yes, you can take care of the whole FBI thing.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Otherwise, they have to go back to the U.S. to do that.
Yes.
Themselves.
And also with a passport, they can actually like go to Manila if they're in Cebu or outside Manila. So we are actually streamlining it to be much more efficient so that it can actually give value to you and your subscribers who might be needing it. And of course, once you have that passport and you have you are on tourist visa, please take note that we need to transfer also the records from your old passport to your new passport. That is something that you can actually do in connection with that. In connection with that for the issuance of the new passport. So apart from that, if you are on the permanent visa, just like for example for the SRV or 13A spousal visa, your record should be also transferred from your old passport to your new passport. So the process would be restamping. So we need to transfer the visa stamp from your old passport to your new passport, and also there's what we call TOAS. So transfer of your latest arrival. So those things that are in connection with this new services in which we can actually do one time for you.
Yeah, I didn't know you did this. A couple months ago, I mentioned that I need to renew my passport. You said, "Oh, we can take care of that."
Yes.
I said, "Really?" I said, "Here, take care of it. I don't want to deal with it."
And I think also after we have renewed your passport, we do the transfer of your latest arrival stamp. So when your passport will be going back to you, it's already new, and the records, your immigration records in the Philippines are also being transferred already to your new passport.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's a very big convenience that you can actually avail of.
Yeah. And you mentioned too, you've got offices, your main office here across from Ayala Mall in Cebu City.
Correct.
You've got an office right next to immigration in Dumaguete.
Correct, yes.
And then you have a Manila office.
Yes.
And there are certain things that have to be done in Manila immigration.
Mm-hmm.
So you can help expedite those types of things because you have an office right there.
Exactly.
And you can whatever you take care of down here, you can send to your Manila office. They can take it to the immigration in Manila to process that. So you can expedite a lot of things.
Yes.
Because of that Manila office. And then you've been in the immigration visa services for many years.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, you were in a real estate broker.
Yes.
In fact, you never stopped being a real estate broker.
True.
But you have been expanding and getting more involved in rentals and in sales, and in working. Something that you don't find in the Philippines is you don't find a buyer's agent.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is a seller's agent.
Mm-hmm.
They're a seller for the development or the personal seller. And
Sure.
you are more and more working as the buyer's agent.
Correct, yes.
Looking out for the interests of the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
And can you expound on your real estate services a little more?
Yeah, this year we have relaunched our real estate services right now. So it is actually JRC Realty Services. So we can actually help. The main thing that I actually see is when people hear like, hey JR, one of the things that I am needing here in the Philippines is a place to stay. And if they find place to stay, they get scammed, they get like they purchase their own property, they lose their money. So that hurts me personally. So since I'm capable of doing that, I'm actually relaunching it this year. So I have some couple of clients already, which has been already in the work in progress. Some are already being almost done, and some are done already. So we will, on the context in the Philippines right now, most of them are acting on behalf of the seller. So once there will be a buyer coming into play, all that is feed in to him or her is the details from the seller side. So no one is actually looking after for the buyer side. Of course, you can always hire a lawyer to do some due diligence for you. And as a licensed real estate agent or broker here in the Philippines, that is what we actually do for you. That is what we advocate for you. That is where we handhold your hand to ask the right question, to verify things, to have a broader perspective of how to take a look at this offering that is in front of you. It might be tempting up to some extent, because what you're gonna hear is everything's good. But at the end of the day, how deep can you take a look at this paperwork? If it's okay to purchase this, if it's what are the pitfalls, what are the challenges, what would go wrong. So that is where we actually position and how we can actually help you navigate things out in the Philippines. And it's very important because once you say a paperwork, it's not the end of the line. I have done a lot of consultations, and it's sad to say that there's still like acquisitions of property before without doing proper due diligence, like simply tracing the paperwork for the title, how was it transferred from this and that person, verifying that the registered owner is still alive or already passed away, because it has some indicators. I have words that I've actually came across is he bought the property, and by just seeing a photocopy of the title, he is okay with it. He put in like big sum of money, like millions of pesos, that we're talking at. So, it's not the right paperwork. So you being guided to really be cleared out on some things, on what to look for and how things are done here in the Philippines, that is what we do for you. We will handhold your hand going from start to finish. I'll be straightforward with you, and if I see red flags, you will definitely know, and you have my assessment, and at the end of the day, it's still your decision. So I'm not here to cloud your decision, but I'm here to guide your decision, to look at what is happening on the ground, how do we do things here, because it's different. So when I travel to other countries as well, so there's also this principle that I can do it by myself. But when I actually go to someone that I know that they can do it, I would rather go in that route rather than risking a lot of money out of it. So it's still a choice. Like I hear this, JR, I have a lot of time. Yes, there's no question about that. It's a matter of how you value your time, because you might have a limited time when you come to the Philippines because you have worked your way up. You have worked so many years already, and you don't want to have a stress here in the Philippines. You don't want to lose what you have worked hard for several years. So that is where we are. So like doing the negotiations for you, because sometimes you see it in a different perspective. You see it as a Westerner, and I see it as a Filipino. Then we meet halfway. If we meet halfway, you have my honest assessments, then you can take it from there.
Yeah, and my understanding is, I've been here 10 years, and I've been doing videos and going into subdivisions and condos, and because the real estate people in the malls grab me, come and look at my condominium right now, and after a period of time, I understood most of these people, they were salespeople, they weren't brokers, and there's different levels of knowledge there, and you concentrated. With all your studies in real estate, you concentrated on documentation. Mm-hmm. So, and that's what most people stay away from. They avoid that, right?
Yeah.
So you are strong in on that side, which is good, because you can see the red flags.
Yeah.
You understand when something doesn't look right.
Yeah, true.
Then I know I've heard so many stories online on YouTube from other vloggers, and people buying property and getting screwed over and getting scammed and all that type of thing. And there are a lot of pitfalls. There are things to watch out for here.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, JR is a guy that can, and you're more and more you're getting more properties to put up.
Yeah.
We talked today. You've got more properties for sale.
Yeah, we will be having some inventories that you can actually take a look at into, if it suits your needs. So we have property for sale upcoming, will be up soon. We have also some rentals, and we also have that due diligence for you that we can actually help you out. So again, we will be standing on your side. So if there is a certain group from the seller side, we don't have anything to do with them. We will be coordinating with them so that your best interest will be properly protected here in the Philippines and be looked after for.
Yeah, and you've got a lawyer on staff as well.
Yes.
So
some other people call me, are you an attorney? No, I'm not an attorney. I am a licensed real estate broker. but I have the support, a full support with my in-house attorney with me, which is also a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So he is not a stranger that I like come and join with my company. So he is a good friend that I actually like know years before.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we got a pretty much full package with the visa services and the real estate services.
Yeah, so if you need one, we're here. We can actually do a consultation. Please feel free to reach out. The consultation is free of charge, so you don't need to worry about that. The first consultation, of course, but if you're gonna have the subsequent consultation, it would depend on what are the things that we'll be talking. But initially, let us just talk to us. Tell us your problem. Tell us your plan. We'll do an assessment. Then actually, we can actually take it from there. So don't hesitate to reach out to us, because definitely we're gonna be talking about your plans in the Philippines for visa, for real estate, so that you will have a proper relocation and also proper and peaceful and what do you call that, enjoyable living in the Philippines, because the Philippines is a very nice country to live in. It's just that we have this indifference between your country. Let's just say from the US, you cannot compare the Philippines and the US. Both countries has something to offer. So if you're looking for a place to like revive yourself, work on a budget, live on a budget, Philippines might be the best option for you to take.
And I'll tell a little story. About 5 years ago, I had one of my subscribers email me, and he said, JR, and I didn't know who you were at the time. He said, you need to meet this guy. He really helped me out with my visa. And so yeah, I met you for coffee, and
Yes.
Within a few weeks we did our first interview in your first office.
Correct, yes.
Over there, and we become friends. We've done a lot of videos together, and I'm the type of person that likes to do everything myself, to learn and do all my legal stuff. But I have learned. I've seen guys get denied, and a story I've told before. You know, my father was like a city councilor or something, and they didn't like to spend money, just like me. You know, and they were putting in applications to get grants from the state and the federal government to get a road built or something, I forget. And they kept getting denied. And then they hired a consultant. They hired somebody that knew how to fill the forms out, and it was approved right away. Right? So you know, sometimes, you know, JR, I'm surprised by these immigration people. They deal with people from hundreds of different countries, different accents, different backgrounds, and they deal with these people with a smile on their face usually, and try to help them to get through the process.
Correct.
And JR, he knows the people there. They know JR and his employees. He knows the language. He knows the system. Whereas we go in as Westerners from different countries, and you know, we fill the paper out and go through the process. But I've seen a couple of guys get denied, you know, and they were never told why. But anyway, it's easier to use somebody like that, to use an agency. And yeah, I'm just I've got like 99% favorable ratings with JR over the years.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So anyway,
It's a lot of hard work, actually. It's not just like the filling out the paperwork, but it's how we actually navigate things. How I would always use this term because I really love it. Like we handhold your hand. Like, this is the direction to go. Of course, we also need your cooperation because we cannot do it alone. So even if we have some engagement, so we need also your full cooperation on that aspect. So that is where the trust of our clients comes with ripple effect that we have sustained for a number of years already, and I'm so thankful of that. You itself is a testament of that, and I would like you also to thank you as well for your support and your subscribers. So we will be keeping you posted, or if there will be like new news that will be relevant to you, we will never hesitate to share it to you for the visa, immigration, and real estate side in the Philippines. You will have that. Of course, we cannot actually cover the entire thing, but once you go deep, specific for your situation, don't hesitate. Rod and I can, and you who needs assistance, we can actually like go sit down personally over a cup of coffee. We'll talk about it, and we'll draw up the best possible option for you.
And you've got a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a website.
Yes, correct.
And those are the best ways to contact you.
Yes.
And email is the best way to contact you.
Yes.
And the emails are listed on your Facebook page and your website.
Correct. Yes.
And take information. So, and you're open
Monday.
5 days a week.
Yeah, Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30. So, come on, don't hold your back. And if there's a thing that you need to sort out as soon as you can, then we can't wait. Rod and I will be waiting for you on the table with a cup of coffee so that we can actually talk about your situation. So we'll be seeing you soon.
I've seen JR and his crew pull a lot of people out of the fire, so to speak. So, in deep trouble that they've gotten in for a number of different reasons. So anyway, yeah, thanks, JR.
Thank you, Rod.